It's 20 minutes past 7 here on the program on this Friday morning. Isn't it amazing when you hit a new month, you almost feel like it's a new dawn. We can turn a new page and hopefully things will be a little bit better in the second half of the year. Well, let's just turn our attention to women, shall we? That's I suppose, one thing we can do. And today, the Minister of Women, Susan Shabangu, will launch the countdown to the celebrations for the 60th anniversary of the Women's March in 1956. 60 years ago, take your mind back if you can, approximately 200,000 women from all races marched to the Union buildings in Pretoria to hand a petition against the carrying of passes to then Prime Minister JG Strijdom. Well, the Minister is with us here in studio. Minister Shabangu, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you to the viewers.
Like I said to you, I mean, it is a new month. We're sitting in July. There's just so much noise at the moment, and we're going to try and block it out for a second and focus on these brave women. Exactly. I cannot believe it's been 60 years. It's incredible.
Very exciting for us as a country, having those women who managed to define the space for today, defining our democracy. As you indicated, now is 60th anniversary. We are launching that. We're 40 days away to the 9th of August, where all women of South Africa, we're hoping, are going to rally behind and be able to relive the story of those women. One of the issues we're looking at is that our focus is the achievements of women in South Africa. We've come a long way, but where we are, we think women have traveled, whilst we might be facing many other things, but we've made progress. Yeah. We've got women judges, we've got women academics, we've got women as pilots, we've got women in the marine industry. So it has really those women who were brave enough to make sure that South Africans, in their inclusivity, are able to participate in all sectors of the economy. You know, we take it for granted today just to vote, which is coming on the 3rd of August. It's those women who stood for all of us to say, all of us, we must have the right to vote. And that's what we're enjoying. The 3rd of August, that's what we'll be doing. But for us, key as the ministry, it's to make sure that we mobilize society as a whole. We're working on a build-up of once more marching to the Union building, reliving it, and feeling and have the feel, and taking our memories back a bit and reflecting of really what happened on the day. But very key this year, we're also launching the living monument and the heritage site called Lilian Ngoyi in Pretoria. So that's where we'll be having our National Day. All provinces have various activities, all sectors. It's such an exciting period. But what is key within the current space is that women in different sectors are looking forward, are having activities, and I think it's our contribution to nation building as women in South Africa, but also talking about the inclusive South Africa, which we all envisage and anticipate.
Yeah, I mean, we've come so far as women, and I think you've stipulated it in many of the things that you've said, and women are in positions that they never believed that they would ever be able to fulfill in South Africa. And yet, there are still many places and many issues that we do struggle with a lot. And when the women of South Africa do join hands on the 9th of August, and we do march in, I suppose, memory of these other women, there are issues that we're marching for today, and we need to join hands and march for them. The high rate of rape against women, abuse against women, still women not enough being represented at board level. There are a lot of issues. I mean, from your perspective in the department, what are those, the top issues that we still need to fight for?
The top issues, it's about making sure that women in the economy, across the economy, are there. It's still a big challenge. We're making progress, but a big challenge. Violence against women, that's why as we talk about women united in moving South Africa forward, one of the themes there, it's safety, safer South Africa for all women, fighting against violence in our society and rape, but also making sure that the dignity of women we fight for all the time. Access to education by women. Young women are making progress. We're doing well as women in the higher institutions. But the biggest challenge is the tail end. When they're supposed to be found in employment, they're not there. Despite that, they advance in the career of engineering and many other careers in South Africa. But the challenge is to find them at the end. So these are some of the issues we've got to hold hands as women, work together, deal with the racism which is starting to show its ugly head again. The women in 1956 fought racism successfully.
Yeah.
They were all together. So once more as women, we've got to lead society in coming together. And the reflection, August 9, we must all be together. All women need to come together across color, across sex, in making sure we represent the aspiration of those women. We make sure that what they lived for, what they fought for, in creating a better South Africa and equal society happens in this country. So I just want to appeal to all women in their little corners together as they are doing this year. You know, we've got such a lot of activities. Women are coming forward. They want to celebrate the day. They want to contribute. And that's what will make us to be a better South Africa if women do once more take a lead in taking South Africa forward.
So this is just the start of us talking a lot about Women's Month and heading up to August. I know that it's such a busy time, particularly with elections just happening 6 days before that. So it's going to be tough. But at the end of the day, we have to remember these women. We have to celebrate it. Before I let you go, what's the theme that's been decided on for this year?
Well, Cabinet decided on Women United in taking South Africa forward.
Okay.
Because we have to unite.
Yeah.
We have to continue emphasizing on unity, building the nation, contributing towards social cohesion, women in creative industry, fashion industry, all of us. As you know, you are the ambassador to the Take a Girl Child to Work.
Yeah.
Very, very critical for us to make sure that the girl child of the future is different from the current girl child.
Yeah, I know. You and I feel very passionately about that, and we'll
Exactly.
continue to do that. Minister, I love seeing you, and thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about it. It won't be the last time. Certainly we'll be talking a lot more about the plight of women and celebrating the advancements that we've made, but certainly focusing in on what still needs to be done for the betterment of women here in South Africa. And for women to stick together, that's one of the big issues that needs to be addressed. All right, let's take a break. We'll see you after this.